So today we're talking about physical health and most importantly your health metrics, what you can track and why you should track metrics that are related to your personal health. So if you're looking to become healthier and you want to know where to start by tracking your metrics. So keep on listening and watching so we can offer you. Welcome back to consecutive day 1442 of the diary of a Runpreneur. If you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, barefoot style, the distance of a lap of the world, then do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. The more people we get in front of, the more money we raise, and ultimately the more children's lives we save, which is the single most important reason I put myself through this every single day. Thank you as always. Let's get started. So consecutive day 1442 of the diary of a Runpreneur, and today I'm talking about your health and more appropriately your health metrics. I'm just going past someone here, so just let me go past someone and I will carry this on. But it's a colleague of mine who is training for our fundraising running challenge, so I will say hello. You all right? Well done again. You the support crew. Well done. Anyway, that's somebody who worked with me, who's training hard for our fundraising event, which is coming up in 6 weeks' time, where we're trying to raise up to 15,000 for a specific child's cause, which is I'm super passionate about. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Health metrics. So, if you want to improve your health or improve anything in this world, the only way we can really determine whether we've improved or not is if we're tracking some form of measurable or metric indicator that will allow us to determine whether improvement has been made. And it's understanding what those metrics mean and how you can track them. And you can go as deep as complex as you like with this regard. But when we're talking about personal health, there are some kind of basic metrics that we can kind of refer to that will help us determine our overall kind of physical level of fitness and our personal health levels or physical health levels. And I'll roll off a few here. These are certainly not all of them, and you can go, there are thousands of health metrics you can track if you choose to, but these are probably some of the more common ones that people generally track. And so you've got weight. Weight is obviously fairly easy to understand. If you apply the kind of metric which is body mass index, which is BMI, it will help you determine whether you're the right rate for your height and weight, as opposed to your age and all that side of things, or it'll tell you if you're overweight or underweight, so you can understand the importance of weight. So that's a key one. Resting heart rate would be another one. That will generally give you a good indication of your level of cardiovascular fitness. So important we kind of understand that one. Amount of sleep and quality of sleep. There's loads of different metrics associated with sleep that you can track. Again, I'm just going past someone in a minute, so just bear with me a second. I get savage. Oh yeah. So yeah, sleep. There's lots of different levels you can go to with sleep. Ultimately, how much are you getting? Is it the right amount for you? Are you getting quality sleep? You might choose to check your cholesterol levels. This will show the level of kind of fatty supplies within your bloodstream, and it can be a good indicator to whether you're at risk of heart disease or not. So some people track cholesterol, a lot of people, or blood pressure is another one. The other one you can look at is blood sugar levels. This is something I think is fairly relevant to people with diabetes. I'm going quite specific here. I'm just reeling off different types of metrics you can kind of track. Amount of fluid intake or your level of hydration is another one that you can kind of track. It's quite an important one. And the list can go on and on and on and on and on. But the key aspect here, body fat percentage is another one. The key fact here is that once you start tracking a metric, it's only going to be usable if you understand it and understand what is good, what is not so good regarding around that metric. Also understand how you're tracking it. So is it something you're having to do a manual test for, or you're going to wear some form of wearable tech to track that metric automatically for you? I would always suggest the latter is preferred option, but certain tests you might have to do something outside and around that to kind of to do something manual to kind of get the data you need. But understanding how that metric works, how often you're going to look at it. I know a key one is weight, for example. People will look at your weight. If you don't have a routine for looking at your weight, for example, your weight will fluctuate throughout the day. So if you tracked your weight first thing in the morning when your stomach's empty, you're probably going to weigh lighter than after lunch. And if people are tracking their weight at different times throughout the day, then you're going to get some discrepancy with that data, which might tell you what you need to know. So track at the same time. I think that's really key and important, so you're not getting any variability with your results. But only when you have data that you can actually assess a factual improvement. You might be able to go by feeling, how you're feeling. That's also a good way of kind of understanding improvement. But there is no substitute for some underlying accurate data that can support you in that you are, you're moving towards the right direction from an improvement perspective because you're tracking the right measurables. So the learnings from my diary today are that you can only really gauge improvement in any field in life if you're measuring data. If you've got measurables, indicators, metrics, and you understand those metrics, what they mean, what is good, and what is not good about those metrics, so you can kind of make a determination accurately on whether you're going in the right direction or the wrong direction, or you're just maintaining. But this is all important information, and you need to understand this, because it's only when you've got the data and the facts and figures to kind of back up your gut feeling that you can determine whether you are genuinely making improvement or not. So health metrics, your physical health is so important, and so many people neglect it or don't understand it. So by delving a bit deeper into some health metrics, you'll hopefully understand the importance of it if you don't already do so, and what things you can do to improve any poor metrics that you have from a health perspective before it's too late, because you've got to remember, time is always working against us. We're only getting older, and when we get older, our organs and fitness levels require more maintenance than they would have done as a younger individual. So understanding this sooner rather than later is definitely going to be a benefit to you. Track metrics that are going to be more relevant to you. If you're overweight or you feel overweight, then clearly weight, body mass index are probably going to be a couple of good places to start with metrics you track. If you're trying to turn into an endurance athlete, you might want to be tracking your resting heart rate, different heart rate zones, these type of things, something that's relevant to what you're trying to achieve. If you're at risk of diabetes, blood sugar levels could be something that you want to be checking. If you're at risk of heart disease, you might want to check cholesterol levels or blood pressure. So you just understand what your objective is. It's going to be very easy to identify which metrics you should be tracking. And finally, if you can get wearable tech these days is so advanced. I wear an Apple Watch Ultra 2. I upgrade it every time a new one comes out, and it gives me so much data on my sleep, on my heart rate, and if it doesn't, there's normally an app in the Apple ecosystem that I can download on watchOS, and I can utilise it to do what I need it to do. It has so many sensors and things. You probably see on my arm there, there's a heart rate monitor, because wrist heart rate monitors are never as accurate as kind of ones that are on your forearm, bicep, or chest, or quad, calf. You get a better reading of those zones with a specific heart rate monitor, but that's talking to my watch and taking my heart rate reading from the monitor on my arm. So I'm tracking so many things. I'm constantly looking at them to see if I'm improving or maintaining or where I need to be. So yeah, really, really important to track this type of stuff, because we only get one set of health metrics, whoever we are, and if we're not on top of them, we might not pick up on things until they're too late, and that's very sad when people get illnesses or diseases that could have been tracked or identified early enough to fix them or cure them, whereas if they aren't tracked or we aren't monitoring things, it can come back and bite you in a pretty bad way in the future. So anyway, I hope that's useful. Any questions, comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. But please do remember, if you've got information for saving the life of children, my 10K ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, distance of have a lap of the world barefoot style, do give this a subscribe, share, like, comment. The more people we get in front of, the more money we raise, and ultimately the more children's lives we save, which is the single most important reason I put myself through this every single day. Thank you as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.